Hi, my name is Emily Monahan. I am currently a sixth grade English teacher. This is my fourth year at my Union Area School District. My previous 3 years were just reading in general. Same thing with sixth grade. And I also teach a math and reading intervention class. This is my 10th year teaching overall. My first 3 years were substitute teaching in multiple school districts and multiple grades and content areas. Then I taught preschool for 3 years, and in between preschool and sixth grade, I stayed home with my son after he was born for a little bit. I also tutored, I subbed a little bit more, and I also worked at a library, which was very enjoyable for me, which kind of goes into my interest and hobbies reading. I love to read, love to be around books, which definitely helps being an English teacher. Just writing, drawing, gardening, hiking, being outside in general. Anything to do with music, listening, performing. The only instrument I play reasonably well is the piano, and I also do vocal stuff. I enjoy being in the kitchen, cooking and baking, and I enjoy learning new skills. My current new skill is roller skating. And I also, most importantly, enjoy spending time with my family and friends. And here in the corner, you can see this is a picture of my husband and my son. And speaking of hobbies and interests, some of my interests have always been with like the STEM subjects, with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They've always interested me, and I think they hold a lot of important life skills and just the engagement that it brings with it. It's hard not to be involved when you're exploring these subjects. My course goals are to understand STEM more, to be able to incorporate these concepts and strategies more into my English classroom and especially in my intervention classes to help my students in the best way possible, and just to encourage students in general and show the value of STEM and how it will prepare them for their futures. My operational definition of STEM includes what it the subjects, the science, technology, engineering, and math, which all of our resources suggested that. Also, it integrates project-based and problem-based working. It includes analytical reasoning, data representation, design thinking, and technical application. Like I said, kind of those skills that everybody needs or is going to use in some way, shape, or form. It also allows for students' performance its interdisciplinary projects and problem solving that are rigorous and relevant. And I think that kind of kept coming back in the reading. And a part of it is different learning locations. Like most of it talks about school and other educational programs, but the STEM video also mentioned about how museums are kind of incorporating these different STEM ideas together. And another part of the definition is that it prepares students to contribute to like the economy, to the society, to keep it healthy and safe. And that kind of leads me into how do I incorporate STEM into my English language arts classroom. For me, I've always had a hard time figuring out how to do this, but this is what I have done. I regularly discuss ethics in different science and technology subjects with persuasive reading and writing. And two of the topics that I covered this past year is nuclear power or energy future a danger to society. So I had students kind of exploring that, and are green technologies worth the investment? So again, adding to that, we're using STEM focused literature, like with the data, with the information that other scientists have done, and just kind of using that to help with our persuasive reading and writing. And again, this is showing that they're practicing engaging argument from evidence, obtaining and evaluating, communicating information. And another thing I do is when we read different stories, is that sometimes I'll have them create a model representing a detail, location, or a character. And I think this is good practice for developing and using models. And why is STEM education important? You can see I put a quote from the first chapter. I just think this sums it up so well. It prepares students for their future, no matter their career choice. Like all of our resources covered this, both videos and the reading. It helps students develop 21st century skills, like problem solving was mentioned in every resource we talked about. And being able to make decisions and evaluate things. It trains students to think and like make connections, like I said, where not seeing everything as separate but connected, because in life a lot of things are connected. So that concludes my introduction and theory review on STEM.